Lewis McClung runs a commentary channel here on YouTube that's quite successful. Lewis's channel in particular is part of the woman-coded genre of commentary, meaning he covers TikTok drama, men cheating on their wives, and Onision. His particular niche is being an inoffensive, unthreatening boy that will affirm female and queer shut-ins in ways such as encouraging them to crochet and reminding them that it's good to bathe.
And whatever you were doing, whether it was art, crocheting, drawing, painting, doing something with your hands or your mind beautifully, whatever it was, it looks amazing. I don't care if it's not finished yet. It will be. You will finish it, and it looks great. And don't forget to take care of yourself, shower, make your bed, clean your room, whatever you got to do to make yourself feel better. Okay? You deserve it.
Lewis has recently inserted himself in a drama surrounding Danky Jabot, getting a lot of eyes on him from creators here on YouTube. But that isn't really what I am interested in. What I am interested in is simple. Why is he like this? Why is this once seemingly normal nerdy kid dressed up as an effeminate pirate making the most unbelievably virtuous claims about some other loser commentary guy, all whilst he has a fan set up to make his hair flow in an attempt to look like a camp rock star? Like, look at this thumbnail. Look at the faces this guy pulls. What makes a woman or a member of the LGBT, or anybody for that matter, click on this? Well, I thought it might be fun to have a look through his content from old to new and see what I can find. It wasn't fun. For a lot of Lewis's videos, his format is to play 2 or 3 TikTok clips and just yap, yap, yap. It is surprising just how much these videos lack any substance. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves and look back at some of the old content. Lewis usually covers modern and popular trends and drama through the eyes of someone that seemingly only ever watches TikTok. So we're going to start with this one, the most useless podcast ever made. And he's looking at the Stiff Socks podcast, and it looks like total shit. So he's got something to work with on this one. Let's see where he takes it.
All they did the entire episode with Matt Rife is just objectify women and then talk about the fruits that they would want to pipe. What is the point of that? What is the point, right? To be misogynists. Is that the point?
Big surprise, I know. This is a good topic for a video. There is so much criticism you can give to these types of podcasts. And all he has is misogyny. Come on, Lewis, there's got to be something else.
On Trevor Wallace's Wikipedia page, it says that he is Jewish.
Whoa, okay. I didn't take you for the type of person that goes on Wikipedia to look up who's Jewish or not, but go ahead. And also in this video, Lewis talks about what he thinks makes content valuable.
Commentary is meant to give perspective about something that needs perspective. What these 2 men think about how women look and what they feel about that is not important to anybody but them. What are they adding to the overall situation that they are commenting on? Are they adding 1, any helpful new information? No. 2, any new stances that you can take on the subject? Absolutely not. Or 3, information of any kind that is new to anybody.
Lewis, what about being entertaining? He's pretty much saying, and this is going to come up again, if you aren't virtue signaling for the same causes that I am, then you shouldn't be making any content. The main episode of Stiff Socks that Lewis is criticizing has, as a guest, Matt Rife. At one point in time, you could have seen Lewis and Matt being allied in some way, because Matt Rife is mostly known as a woman-coded TikTok comedian, and this started to get to him. So he decided to try to change his persona and to try to become known as one of the 250 real comedians. And Lewis, well, he was not happy about that. And I suspect that's why he made this video on Stiff Socks, and that's why his next video was all about Matt.
Matt Rife, the only response to a bunch of people who may have suffered domestic abuse and therefore did not want to hear you make an uninformed joke about it, about something you have no idea what it is like to experience, something you don't understand. You're a younger aged man who's very well built and has a nice face. Everybody wants to be nice to you.
So this is the vibe of this video. He's chastising Matt whilst trying to not let slip that he kind of wants to crawl inside his skin and become him.
Matt, you are a man who is above average when it comes to the looks department. But I do wish I was in your position so I could do it better.
So he made this joke that Louis upset with, and he also went on Jordan Peterson's podcast.
Basically, Jordan is a weirdo. He's definitely a misogynist, not unlike Matt Rife, and basically he just wants everybody to think the wrong way. Honestly, the set for the podcast, by the way, is very nice. And it's only because Jordan Peterson is an extremely rich white man who,
Wait a second, what's that, Lewis?
And it's only because Jordan Peterson is an extremely rich white man.
Are you insinuating that if Jordan Peterson was an extremely rich black man, he wouldn't have the same eye for set design that he currently does? Lewis, that take might be a little bit problematic. But don't worry, Lewis is going to win them all back with this next clip.
You're not the main character of a story. You're the villain in everybody else's. You're the leading cause for a lot of mental trauma for people who, yes.
A leading cause for trauma. Woman-coded comedian makes one bad joke, and you're saying that he's a terrible person traumatizing women. Alright, so what advice do you have for Matt?
You could have just made mediocre jokes that made people chuckle a bit on your comedy special, and people would have been like, yeah, nice. You could have called it Natural Selection, and it'd just be about how men suck, and everybody would have been like, ah.
Hey Matt, why don't you just make mediocre jokes about why men suck? And you can be like me, and then I can become you. What is this? What is this peak? This is some Silence of the Lambs type shit. Surely this is scaring the woman that he's trying to court. It's scaring me. If someone gives you this peak, that is your signal to run. Another woman-coded thing he doesn't like is Taylor Swift.
The list of other people who lost a bunch of followers, you know, Taylor Swift, happy to see it. I'm sorry, Swifties, but this was coming. It happened. It needed to happen. Taylor Swift is not a good person. She doesn't advocate for anything that matters.
Hi, non-political person. You're not advocating for the same things that I am. Well then, you're terrible. He also hates all the Dream Minecrafters. He hates Doja Cat. He hates a lot of people. There's a big vibe of, how about you cut off everything you like and just stay here with me? Let's stay in this room together forever and never go outside. Firstly, I'm going to be too scared to look at you directly, so I'm just going to peek through my hands at you. Maybe, anyway, I'm more at the hypothesis stage with that one. But I love a good call to action. And look, I do think he's trying to do this from a good place, and giving is good, okay? So just wait for him to get through the whole call to action before you cast judgment on me showing this.
A bunch of YouTubers like Curtis Connor, Chad, Hassan, all those other people, like 50 YouTubers made a fundraiser for Palestine, for relief, okay? I'll put it down in the description. Please, if you have the time, if you have the money, whatever, go down below and find it and donate to this cause. Please, please do. If you can. It's all happening right now, okay? This is the chance we have to fix everything. We're doing it. The people, we are doing something. We are fixing the problems. It's beautiful. It's amazing. We're doing it.
This is weird, right? Like I said, doing charity is good, but why are you acting like you and a group of queers are going to bring about peace in the Middle East with a charity live stream? I hate to say it, but you're not going to save the world. You're a TikTok drama gossip channel. Like, look at this. TikTok trans influencer relationship drama. Brilliant. Why has this nose makeup become a thing? Why is there a trend for looking like you've gone out for a walk when it's cold and got sick?
Whoa! Whoa. Okay, yeah. I bet you were thinking for a second, Lewis, why are you making this video? It seems so simple.
But this is Lewis at his most vapid, because there's no space for him to virtue signal about men being bad. So why don't we look at Dave Grohl's relationship drama? So Dave Grohl had a child with someone outside of his marriage, obviously not knowing the full situation, but still doesn't make Dave Grohl look like a good guy. But I guess to dispel any rumors, he makes this little statement, and Lewis is very upset about that.
You have to give points where points is due because we are proprietors of human decency here. He was up front to an extent. He said outright before anything else happened that this is what he did. He had a child. He's going to be having a baby. He's going to be a father of another kid, so of 4, but one of them is under adultery, which honestly really sucks for that kid. But though he came out and said this, he didn't do it earlier for some reason. He didn't say earlier when he first conceived the kid, to put it lightly.
So there's no good outcome. Cheating is always bad. But what you're suggesting is immediately after he cheats, he should send out a message to all of his fan base that shouldn't have any investment in his personal life in the first place and be like, by the way, guys, I just cheated on my wife. There we go, that's cleared it all up. And Lewis is really invested in making sure that Dave Grohl comes out as bad as possible in this video.
Dave Grohl has a history of being accused of cheating, actually. He happened to date a woman for about 1 year. Louise Post was a woman that Dave Grohl happened to date a while ago, in about 1997, around that area. And it just so happens that she also accused Dave Grohl of cheating on her.
Oh my god, stop the presses. A rock star was accused of cheating on someone 28 years ago. And I'm not sure if he tries to sensationalize stuff or if words just fall out of his mouth when he's yapping.
We are to blame for the fallout, if you will. His daughters should not be fearing for their life by discarding their internet presence because of their father's actions that have nothing to do with that.
It sucks someone's family gets put in the spotlight in a situation like this, and it sucks there are slimy gossip channels like yourselves signal boosting it to a bunch of unhinged women.
His daughters should not be fearing for their life.
But Dave Grohl's kids are going to be fearing for their lives? Again, Matt Rife's audience are traumatized by a bad taste joke. He records so many of these. My theory is he actually just doesn't think about what he's saying. Like, there's this drama around Blake Lively. I don't care about any of this, to be honest. But Lewis made a video dragging this person, and it turns out he was wrong to do so.
Many videos came out, tens of millions of views on all of them, including the views on mine. And I'm happy to announce that we were wrong. The reason I'm happy to announce this is because it is important for truth to be real. Yes, I was wrong, but there was a smear campaign happening. It is nobody's fault, including mine, that we were wrong.
It's not my fault that I made a video signal boosting false information. What kind of an insane attitude to have is that? And obviously, with his fan base, you can imagine he's going through it a bit.
People are just blatantly calling me a terrible person. They're calling a lot of people on the internet a terrible person. I've gone through videos from about 4 months ago now talking about the situation, saying, hey, you're just a content farmer. You just feed off hate. That's all you want. You're just making this. You haven't responded yet. You're just making content to make content. I mean, what do you want me to do? Not jump on a situation and not talk about it because that's my job?
Yes, actually. Don't just jump on a drama and talk about it for 25 minutes plus to keep up with your bi-weekly upload schedule when you don't have all the information on the topic. I thought Lewis would just be a funny, stupid guy to just have a bit of a laugh at, but I think having this mentality that you're this virtuous guy doing this all for good, but all you do is repeat gossip and sensationalize other people's stories, he's just TMZ in an effeminate pirate's clothing. And he obviously in no way learned his lesson because he has now inserted himself into Danky Jabbo's drama. So Danky Jabbo is the same tier of commentary as Lewis. They cover the same stories. They are seemingly in direct competition for the same audience. And look at how happy the scent of blood has made this man.
And today, there's a case that needs to be cracked by yours truly, Detective McClung. On the case.
Would you believe it? Lewis made a video calling him a misogynist, and this time it was for the most flimsiest of reasons.
The accusations against Danky Jabbo, aka Jesse, go as follows. Lying to your audience, using hateful, derogatory speech towards women, silencing those who are against you, and lying to and manipulating your audience.
But this whole drama boils down to the fact that Danky Jabbo used to be or is still friends with I'm Alex. I'm Alex is a seemingly bang-to-rights bad guy. And when this other content creator, Cataclysm, asked Danky Jabbo about this, he deflected the question with making a joke. And that prompted Lewis to search up any dirt he could on this guy so he can paint him as a misogynist. And this is completely blown up in Lewis's face. Because Danky Jabbo has responded and got everyone on his side, Cataclysm has made a statement apologizing to Danky Jabbo for blowing all this up, and Lewis is left out in the cold, looking like a gossiping idiot. And if you want to get fully caught up on this, you should watch Danky Jabbo's response, but through the eyes of Lewis, because he decided to immediately live stream a reaction and he could not take the heat. It is very funny to watch. And the last thing I want to touch on is he finishes his reaction stream saying that he's got one last piece of information on Danky Jabbo that could be career ending.
I have something very problematic, if it is true, that I am not going to show you guys, that I'm going to talk to him about, okay? If he doesn't respond, I don't know what to do. But I really need to talk to him about something very bad, that if it is true, that he did not talk about here because I did not talk about it because I learned about it after this video, okay? And it's bad, okay? Worse than all of this stuff if it is true. And I'm not going to show you guys because it could be career ruining.
And this seems off to me. This sounds like it's used as a bargaining chip, and potentially a veiled threat, so he can start the conversation with him and try to clear his name from wrongdoing. Or else he might leak this unverified thing that could be really bad for him. There's no clear way to say for certain what's happening here, but the fact he said this on his stream at all seems pretty messed up to me. Researching for this video was far more difficult than I expected it to be. This guy's content is truly miserable to watch. I'm probably going to go back to BreadTuber stuff next. Thanks for watching.